Hey there guys, it's Stephen again. Sorry it's been so long since my last upload. Had a pretty busy week and a half, so I do apologise for that. I have missed some trailers. So again, this is my YouTube channel Movie Night with Stephen. Unfortunately, I did miss the Venom trailer. Unfortunately, by the time I got around to getting a chance to do it, it had been out for about a week. There was no real point. Most people had seen it, so it's fine. I'll be honest, not a movie I'm super psyched about. Unfortunately, I will be dragged to it by my kids. So we'll see how that goes. I will be doing an upload tonight or tomorrow. I think it's Slaughterhouse Rules starring Simon Pegg. I think that's who's in it, I'm pretty sure. Another horror comedy, same sort of humor, I think, as Shaun of the Dead, which is one of my personal favorite horror/comedy, more of a comedy movie. But that's not what this video is about. Today's video is about two subjects. Okay, first subject out of the, so there's two, as I said before, sorry about that. Now the first one will be about critics and how I think they're destroying our experience as moviegoers, as our writers, fans, to enjoy the movie how we see fit, not how they deem it necessary for us to how our perception is of movies and of characters we've grown up with, seeing on the big screen, not just superheroes, but other franchises as well, you know, monster universes, horror franchises, Star Wars, all those things. The second one will be about the new award for the Oscars, and people have openly admitted, I think I read online last night, that ABC and Disney have pushed for this. Obviously, clearly they feel that they're making all these great movies and they're making millions of dollars, that they deserve a movie award for it, which is the most popular movie of the year. So we'll get to that in a moment. First thing is critics. Okay. Look, a lot of people thought I was in a bubble where I thought the critics were going after one of my favorite movies of all time, favorite comic book movie of all time, Batman v Superman, Standard and Ultimate Edition. Granted, a lot of critics did prefer the Ultimate Edition with the additional half an hour that was taken out. Obviously, I have heard rumours that originally it was 4 hours long, which would be amazing if that eventually came out. That would be great, sort of like what they did with Watchmen, which, again, love that movie as well. So my perception is that what gives the critics right to tell us what we think will be good? Everybody's opinion is different of movies. You know, like look at me, for example. I've got a wide range of movies I like watching. Comic book movies are my top, horror followed closely behind them, then action comedy movies, then love sort of movies. I don't mind the odd chick flick, and I love animated. They're also my top as well. So if you think about it, let's look at a couple of examples. So look at Batman v Superman. That got bashed 3 to 4 months before it even came out by critics and by everyone. They said it's going to be bad, it's not going to be good, Zack Snyder's not a good storyteller, you know, and in the end, yeah, was it perfect? No, but you could tell it had been tampered with. That's, again, studio thing, that's another video for another time. But again, people bashed that, saying that it was convoluted. There was too many characters introduced in one movie. In my opinion, not really. I mean, you saw two of them, Aquaman and Flash, barely, and Cyborg, all together, I think 2 minutes between the three of them, out of a 2.5 hour movie. That's fine. Wonder Woman had a bit more screen time because she is one of the Trinity. They wanted to introduce that, so that's fine. As far as I was concerned, my son, who I wasn't very happy that he went and saw it when he was a couple of years younger, so he would have been 8 at the time. He went and saw it with his mum, without my knowledge. Now he has watched it again with me, being a couple of years older, and he's watched the Ultimate Edition as well. And I openly asked him, did you understand Batman v Superman? Did you get the story? Did you get what was happening? His exact words were, Dad, I'm not an idiot. I know what they were doing. So I said to him, okay, so explain it to me. So he explained it to me in detail. Lex Luthor wanted to enrage Batman to get him to want to fight Superman. He got Superman wanting to fight Batman, seeing him as a thug and a bully and a criminal and above the law. Lex Luthor, on the other hand, was then manipulating them both. and then in the end did something that no villain has done in movie history. He killed one of, if not the greatest superhero of all time, Superman. I didn't mind that. I didn't mind that Superman died. I didn't mind the way the story was. Lois Lane with her bullet. I thought that was a great side story for her. She's an investigator. She shouldn't be mixed in with the characters. She should be doing what she is known for doing. She's a Pulitzer Prize winning journalist. She's extremely intelligent, and she's not stupid. So as far as I'm concerned, the movie was great. Okay? I thought the story flowed well. I liked it. I thought it was great. The Ultimate Edition was even better. And as far as I'm concerned, it's still it's a cult classic. People are talking about this film 2 years after it's come out. Look at things. We'll get to this another time when I do a Marvel DC one, which I'm sure will be criticised by a lot of people, but I'm entitled to my opinion. As far as I'm concerned, these movies leave a lasting impression in your mind. You want to talk about them. You want to argue about them. It doesn't always have to be a bad argument. It can be a constructive argument as well, which I have all the time with friends I chat to online, in the States as well. What's wrong with that? You know, I can disagree with them. They can disagree with me. That's how adults talk, and that's how people should talk. But yet, we've got it under this mind that if a critic says a movie's bad, it's bad. If it's good, it's good. I saw critics praise Black Panther, saying it was the best comic book movie of all time. It was better than The Godfather, The Shining, and Schindler's List. And I'm like, wow, that's big praise, especially considering Godfather is one of my top, if not one of my top 2 favourite movies of all time. I went and watched Black Panther. I was very disappointed in that film. The CGI in parts were really dodgy. It was sort of like they were copying Throne of Atlantis, a DC Aquaman animated film. Came out a couple of years before that. I don't know. You can't listen to what critics say. Let me tell you this. You decide what is good and what you like. There's some people out there that love cheesy and corny movies. I know a couple of my cousins who love the Sharknado franchise. They love every film. Every single film. They even like Zombiever. They think it's hilarious. They think it's amazing. They like cheesy, corny movies. And that's fine. That is absolutely fine. Whatever makes you enjoy going to the movies and sitting at home, on your couch, in bed, wherever it is, watching a movie. Movies are there to make us feel good, enjoy ourselves, and have a good time at the cinema or at home. So my word to critics is, honestly, sorry for the language, but piss off. I'm sorry, but everyone's entitled to their own opinion. And if sites like Rotten Tomatoes, you know, if they were gone, a lot of movies wouldn't be getting the bashing that they get before they come out. You know, that also leads me to one other movie before I get to my next subject, Star Wars, a solo movie. Still haven't seen it. Dying to see it. I've got friends at work that have told me that it was really good. But yet critics bashed the crap out of that film and said it was really crap. Really, really poorly directed. The acting was subpar, and the effects weren't that good either. And apparently it was a weak story. I've heard complete opposite from fans. Especially one particular person in my work who said that he thought the story was great. He loved the way it went, and it's a good step in the right direction for Star Wars. So I'm excited to see it. As soon as it comes out on DVD, I'll download it and I'll watch it, and I'm sure I'll probably end up liking it because I liked The Force Awakens. I liked Rogue One. Didn't like The Last Jedi. Felt like a Marvel movie. Felt like too corny. They sort of pushed really important characters to the side, but that's another story. So in closing, just enjoy your movies, please. You know, I mean, we don't go there because we listen to what critics tell us. I mean, yeah, I will read the odd critic every now and then because there's a couple I do trust, but in the end, it's up to us. I've seen some movies that I've told people at my work and friends and family that I've enjoyed, and they've said, oh, you're such an idiot. Why would you like that movie? Because I liked it. It's the same with me and my wife. There's movies she absolutely loves that I absolutely hate, and vice versa. You know, I absolutely love Shaun of the Dead. She will not watch it with me. And Star Wars, I love the original franchise, and some of the newer ones they've made, she won't watch them. She loves a movie called The Witches, and also Sandlot. Not a fan of them. Really don't like watching them. But that doesn't mean we're wrong. It just means we have different tastes in different parts with movies. So in closing, enjoy your movies. Don't listen to critics. Who gives a shit what they say and what they think? In the end of the day, what you think is what matters. Okay? And movies making billions of dollars doesn't make them a good film. Black Panther's a great example of that. And don't bash me, my friends from work that are probably going to watch this, but Infinity War didn't deserve to make $2 billion. Most people have forgotten about it. Most people aren't talking about it anymore. Do you know why? It's the same thing that Marvel does every time. It's still a good film, I will give it that. It's a better film than a lot of their others have come out in the last few years, but it's still a Marvel film. But that's my opinion. If you think it, if you disagree, that's fine. You're entitled to think that was a great film and you think that deserved the recognition that it got. Me, I personally don't think it did. And I think that it will probably be forgotten by the end of this year. No one will even remember it until the next one comes out. All right, next subject. We'll make this one nice and sweet and simple. Oscars. Most popular movie of the year. I've already gotten some different views from other YouTubers, read online some reactions, and majority of people are pretty ticked off about it, especially, people. It's just a coincidence that this category is released the year that Black Panther comes out, that everyone praised that film, and yet it wasn't the best. If anything, I think one of the films that could go up against it and could win it was a movie like Hereditary, small budget horror film that was absolutely brilliant. Or Quiet Place, another great low budget horror film, fantastic. Emily Blunt was great in it. There's some great films out there. Like what's one I'm thinking of? Shape of Water, I think that's what it's called. Saw that just recently, not long ago. Great film. But do you know what will happen? All those people that are Marvel fans that think that their movies are great, they're never bad, there's nothing ever wrong with them because they make millions of dollars and they're great, they'll vote. And as far as I'm concerned, I agree with a lot of the people online and a lot of the people that I've spoken to as well, friends of mine. It's a pity award. There are so many other great categories you could put up at the Oscars. Best CGI, best sound. Choreography, best stunt work. That would be a great thing. I'd love to see the stuntmen who do these great stunts get their recognition. There's one person that's not a stuntman. I absolutely loathe him as an actor and as a person, Tom Cruise. But I'll give him this. He is a friggin' nut job with his stunts. He could win an Oscar for that, the way he does things. But instead of doing that, or for example, CGI for a character, like giving it to say Andy Serkis, who has done Gollum, Caesar, King Kong. There's another one I'm thinking of. I'll think of it later. But again, the emotion that he puts into his motion capture it's like he's in the film. And a lot of hard work goes into that. But where's the recognition for it? No, we're going to give it to people that are most popular. And people will say, oh, well, you're a DC fan. What if next year Wonder Woman comes out, the second one, and is even better than the first one, and people will vote for that as most popular film of the year? I'm still going to have the same opinion. That Wonder Woman should have won Oscars last time when it came out last year, because it had great acting, it had a great story, and it was just a great film. And Marvel has had films like that in the past that I wouldn't have had an issue with winning Oscars in certain areas, like cinematography or for CGI or director or something like that. It's just a joke. And as far as I'm concerned, it's just a pity award. They think that this will just make Marvel... This is going to absolutely send MCU fanboys, those ones that are impossible to talk to online or anywhere, unlike MC fans of the comics, it's going to make them have the biggest head in the world. Because I will guarantee you this. Black Panther will win that award. And they'll make it sound like, oh my God, that means it's the best film. No, a popular film doesn't make it a good film. It'd be like if one of the Fast and Furious movies won it, which it could have with the way that movie went. But those weren't good films either, in my opinion. That doesn't make them worthy of winning an Oscar. I just think it's a joke. to the people that put a lot of hard work into making a movie. To them, it's their art, it's their craft. They spend a lot of time, a lot of effort, and a lot of their heart into this. But yet we're giving it to someone because it's popular. It's just like high school over again. The most popular kids win the awards. Happened at my high school all the time. Not the smart awards. It was the awards like, best... What was a particular one in my high school? I cannot remember it, but it always went to the kids that were popular because they got voted for. That doesn't make them great people, and most of them weren't. They were real pricks to me and a lot of other people. So look, in closing, look, is it going to change my rant? No. Is other people's perception of it going to change it? Probably not. But can we fight for better awards? Best CGI, best stunt work, there's so many great categories you could add in there, but they gave us that. Look, Black Panther was a solid film. I'm not saying it was horrible. By no stretch of the imagination was it horrible, but it wasn't worth $1 billion, and it wasn't a perfect movie to be put up there with The Godfather. Not even close. Not even close. It's the same with DC films. They're not all perfect. Look at Suicide Squad. No way was that a perfect film. Still a fun film. Not perfect, though. Or Justice League. That's probably a 1 hour video on its own, that story. But look, all I ask is that people listen. Give us categories that are worth fighting for in the Oscars. Popular films, it's like a pity thing. And to be honest, people are not going to respect you and your movie because you won most popular. That's just a popularity contest. Doesn't make it a good film. Some people could go and watch movies over and over again and they're really crap, but they just like big explosions and fast cars and hot women and, superheroes on the screen. Doesn't make it a good film. Just makes it popular. So look, in closing, look, it's hard to put my word onto it. Look, I will still watch the Oscars. I always do every year. I'll still support the winners that get them. And I will still support Marvel. I will still support DC. I will still support other franchises as long as they're all given a fair shot by critics and by people at the Oscar nominations and places that matter. Okay? Yeah. So look, thanks for listening. I hope you've enjoyed my rant, is probably what I would put it. I just had to get it off my chest. I'll be back to my fun stuff as of tonight or tomorrow. My trailer reaction I'll be uploading tomorrow. And I have heard some rumours as well that I think another Halloween trailer is coming out in the next week or two. I'll probably be doing that as well. Also, stay tuned as well. I will be going to watch Slender Man when it comes here in Australia in a couple of weeks with my friend John from work. Love you, Johnny. We'll be going to watch Slender Man. We'll be doing a small little thing before the movie, what we're expecting, what we think it'll be like, and a small, quick 3 to 5 minute what we thought of the movie afterwards, straight after the movie. So keep an eye out for that. And once again, you've been watching Stephen, and this is my YouTube channel, Movie Night.